In this video, we're going to cover the 6 hottest AI marketing services to sell in 2026. I'm going to go over step by step every single offer, including the full transformation they have to offer to your clients and how you could offer it to your clients from the pain points that they have and how you could solve those pain points with AI, with automation, and create offers that sell in the new year. All right. I know this because they're all based on marketing offers that I have sold. Last month, this is my company right here. We did $42,000 cash collected and over 55K in revenue. Right? We had a 55K month last month in revenue. Some of it is uncollected on payment plans. You get the point there. All right. So I know these work, and marketing is the best thing to sell because one is you are selling shovels. Guys, so I am working with people that are selling how to make money with AI because marketing is something that every single person needs. So you could help an AI company with AI marketing. So you're selling shovels. The people that get rich sell shovels. Think about NVIDIA, the biggest company in the world. They're selling the shovels, the infrastructure, the GPUs that every AI company is building on top of. So sell shovels. It's a much easier way to go than selling some other random AI stuff. Next is you could sell the service that gets you the lead or the call. For example, we do AI marketing systems with content creation. The people that come to my calendar are from my content creation. So I'm basically proving that it works by getting people on a call. So you're really in correlation with what you're selling. If you're running an AI paid ad service, you could run paid ads to get clients for your AI paid ad service. It's very one-to-one and it's very easy to show people that it works because they got to the call through the mechanism you're selling. That has to make sense. If you have a question about that, leave it down below. It's a really important concept to understand. And finally, every business, again, needs more business. Would you like more business? Hopefully, because you're a business. All right. So every single business needs more business. That is what we're going to cover. The first one is the AI cold outbound offer. Now, let me explain what you're looking at really quickly. This is called solving the gap. A client is in a state right now which they don't like. They're unhappy. They're not making enough money. They're wasting too much time. Maybe they're making good money and they're stressed because they're working too much. They're all at this stage right here. You want to solve a gap and create an offer that gets them to this ideal stage right here. This is where they're happy. They're making more money. They're saving more time. They're enjoying their life more, whatever that is to you. All right. So that is how everything works. And to solve the gap, you have to break it up into a few steps here. And the steps have pain points that you're solving and the solution. So it's really in depth here, guys. I'm going to cover literally every single thing. First one is the AI cold outbound offer. So right now, these clients, the ICP you're going after, are sending emails, maybe 100 a day. There's no tracking. There's no lead enrichment. There's no results. It's just not working. You want to get them to a point where they're in a desired situation. They're sending 500 personalized cold emails every single day. They're getting a high reply rate and their pipeline is full without any manual effort. Well, how do we do that? The first thing is list building, which is step number 1. The pain point is they have bad data. You could set up Clay and lead enrichment to solve that. Clay is a software. 2 is they have the wrong contacts or outdated information. And all you have to do for that is set up email verification. Something like Never Bounce would allow you to do that. So 1, set up list building. Number 2 is set up personalization at scale. Cold email is only as good as the copy in the cold email. It has to be personalized. So a pain point is generic cold email copy just doesn't work anymore. You can make AI generated icebreakers using LinkedIn. So you can scrape LinkedIn and then send cold emails using their LinkedIn bios to personalize that message. There's no data collection, so you could actually just set up a really easy software for system improvement. So looking at the CTRs, split testing, etc. There's just no product research. So you're solving that in the previous step with actually building a really good list. All right. And again, I've talked to people that need this, and these are actually really big pain points. So you have the pain points here, and you're solving the pain points over here. All right. Step number 3 is multi-channel sequences. So most businesses are only doing email, right? They're only sending out email. You could do coordinated email in LinkedIn and phone and other mechanisms at the same time. This increases the likelihood of a response. Next is the tracking of leads. People don't track enough. Again, you could make a CRM or a tracking setup that's unified that people could go into, your clients could go into. They could look at every single thing that's happening, and then they can make a decision based on the actual data. The final thing is deliverability and optimization. All right. So a lot of emails end up in spam. That's why it doesn't work. You could use Smart Lead. They have an unlimited mailbox feature and a warm-up feature that allows you to solve that. And then again, they have no idea what's working, so you can do split testing. And this ties into, again, setting up a CRM and tracking. All right, so if you solve these 4 steps, you can get people from not getting many results with cold email to getting a lot of results with cold email. You build the list, you send out personalized emails at scale, and then multiple channels. So you can send out the email along with a LinkedIn message. So you're increasing the likelihood of a response, and then you're just tracking everything. Deliverability and optimization, and you do that from the green boxes right here. Just follow all the steps and you could literally build out the offer. Next, we have the AI content engine, all right? And this is personally what I sell. I sell a variation of this. This has made me multiple 6 figures, so I can tell you this works extremely well. All right. What people are usually doing in the current situation, even our clients come to us in, is they are doing 2 pieces of content every single week. Nothing's happening. They're burned out. They don't like posting. They're inconsistent, and they don't have a good presence. We're going to solve this gap, guys, by getting them in a desired situation. They're posting 20 pieces of content every single week across all the platforms. It's fully systemized, and it's working. All right. And they don't have to film much. Right. So we're reducing the filming and we're increasing the output, thus increasing the result. So you're working less, you're making more, right? Who doesn't want that? Step number one to selling this is content research and strategy. Most people just have no idea what they're doing. They just sort of spray and pray. They copy their competition. We're gonna actually use AI as a topic researcher, and I research myself. I've been doing content for 3 years in the AI B2B space. I know what works. All right. So I could use my brain and AI to come up with a solution. And just want to preface this really quickly. Not everything has to be AI. Not everything has to be AI. I'll say it twice because a lot of people try to solve AI when sometimes you just need to hire someone for that. Or sometimes you use your own brain power to do it. AI combined with this other human element that could solve a problem. That could be a portion of your offer. Not everything has to be AI. Next is they have no idea what to create again, and they're copying competitors. So what we can actually do is competitor gap analysis with Claude and Apify. So Apify will scrape all of the competition, their socials, all the things that are working or not working. It will analyze the gaps, and then we could fill in those gaps for our client. So this is really, really important just from a content creation point of view. If you want to learn more about selling AI marketing solutions or using AI marketing in your business to grow it, check out our community down below or a free audit with me. We'll be happy to show you exactly how you can use AI to increase your marketing efforts or sell AI marketing solutions as well. Anyways, content research is step number one. Nothing good happens without this. Step number two is written content creation. So we could give people an AI writing copilot because a lot of people take a long time to write, like LinkedIn pieces, newsletters, blogs. It takes a lot of time to write a really quality thing. You could use AI as a writing copilot and we could set it up. So it's half human, half AI. It's a hybrid mechanism. It works really well. Look at my LinkedIn. If you ever check out my LinkedIn, it's AI generated, but I have a lot of my own human influence. We actually sell that system. So you get the best of both worlds and you get results, and it doesn't sound like AI slop. Next is no SEO. So we could actually have a system to optimize written marketing for SEO. So this is like showing up in ChatGPT results or just showing up on the Google homepage. So I'll say SEO and I'll say GEO. GEO is basically what's being coined as generative engine optimization. So showing up in ChatGPT, etc. This is what we can do for written. Next is video content with little filming. So we can set up AI avatars. We could set up AI script writers. Now this comes with a tangent here or a extra rule. All AI avatar stuff does not work, specifically for different platforms. Like YouTube, it's very hard to pull off. Short form, you could definitely do it, but sometimes there's a lack of a human element, what ends up hurting you. So you have to be careful here, but nonetheless, it's a very viable solution. I know people making 30K a month selling AI avatars. All right. So people that don't want to be on camera, founders, you could give them an AI avatar and an AI scriptwriter. Next is they have no budget for production. We could give them an editing team that is trained and that works, and that's at a cheaper budget. This is something that we also do. And for busy founders, they're just busy, right? Again, we could give them an AI content copilot. So we could give them a copilot, which they talk to, that will help them create the content that they want to create, even if they're super busy. So again, we're solving these pain points with our AI solutions and just general business solutions. An editing team is not AI, but it's a business framework. We hire, we train, we source an editing team. You don't have to do any of that. We give this to you. That's a value add for you. All right. So don't force AI for everything. Again, just solve the problem. Finally, is repurposing and distribution. A massive pain point is usually people will get one piece per platform. So they record one YouTube video and that's all they get out of it. Or they hire VAs to do repurposing. We could just use a smart AI automation repurposing system to post everywhere and then track what's working. We could actually have this built out, and this actually generated the entire script and visual for this video, believe it or not. If you want to check out exactly how our AI YouTube systems work, you can check it out down in the description. This has generated us the majority of our leads and revenue, and this is what actually made this presentation, which is pretty interesting here. So that is the AI content engine, video and written. I would also recommend to just go after video or go after written. Overlapping is sometimes hard. Go where you're best at. Or go where you're best at or most comfortable providing results. Next, we have a really slept on one here, guys. It's AI-powered sales coaching and call intelligence. I, again, know people making 10K a month and doing this. The current situation of these people is they have sales reps that make mistakes repeatedly, and the managers can't review every single call, and the best practices of sales aren't documented. Sales is really important, guys, because if you, say, take 10 sales calls, so 10 sales calls, close 3 of them, close 3 closed deals, that's 30%. If you could increase this by even one person, right? And you bump this to 40% over this course of a year in the business, and over the course of every single sales rep, that's like tens of thousands, probably 6 figures added to that company by just bumping up sales a little bit. All right. So this is a massive pain point that people have, and this is something that you could solve. And you want to take them to the point where every call is analyzed automatically. There's real-time coaching, there's winning patterns, and everything is systemized. All right. So everything is improving over time when it comes to sales because it's all documented. The first thing we want to do when solving the gap here, getting them from current situation to desired, is call recording and transcription, the most basic thing, right? Again, with AI, it doesn't have to be complicated. A lot of people don't even know how to do this. The people you're selling to, they don't know anything about AI. So the simple thing here is literally just record the call. AI records the call and it transcribes it. Boom, done. Next is they're not organized anything. So once a call is recorded, put it in a Notion. So this rep, this is calls for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Everything is organized. Everything is easy. This is for any AI person in the AI space. This is very easy to set up, but it's a massive pain point solution for people, right? And this is where you want to be, marketing services. It's a really big opportunity. That's why I'm making this video. Next is conversation analysis. Managers can only review 5% of calls manually. Like think about being a manager and having 10 sales reps. How many calls could you actually review every single day if all of those sales reps are taking calls every single day? So you could use AI to analyze patterns, objections, and competitor mentions. So basically just taking the script that you organized in the previous step and having AI comb through it and give the managers feedback for that rep. Next is no personalization either. So managers, again, they're just really, really busy. So you can combine the company knowledge base with the analysis of the sales call, right? So you could, whatever AI system you use, it could actually have a knowledge base of that company so you give personalized feedback. Next is real-time coaching. So sometimes the feedback for the reps is delayed. And again, you're losing money. If the feedback is delayed for a week, then a whole week, they're not practicing the best sales tactics and you're losing money. So you can have an email follow-up with suggestions instantly. So after the call ends, the sales rep gets an email saying this is how you could handle that call better. Think about how valuable that is to a sales manager that cannot be on top of everything. Next is reps forget. So you could have a weekly reporting and daily feedback through an AI system. And finally is managers are overwhelmed. So you could give them, again, organized feedback for every single rep at the end of the day. They get a Slack message with rep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, their statistics and how everything went. Finally, we have playbook extractions. So people very rarely document what they're doing. I've worked with 8-figure companies, guys, 8-figure companies, and their internal processes are horrible. They're really, really bad. They're all hacked together. Like nothing makes sense. So just simple reporting, simple SOP and documentation that people don't have would go a long way. So AI auto generates battle cards and playbooks. Battle cards are basically like, this is what you do in this situation. And managers and CEO gets notified for sales script performance and updates in the sales script performance, right? So this is basically just an analysis, like very general analysis and organization of sales. Now, you might be asking, and I want to address this question really quickly. Well, Shaz, aren't there SaaS tools that do this? Aren't there software out there that do this? Yes, there are, and there's a lot of them. That is why marketing becomes super, super important. Because marketing, if you could market better than those SaaS companies, they will go with you. And you might think that's hard and that's crazy. It's really not, because SaaS company marketing is outdated, in my opinion. It's not as fresh as content creation like this, human to human connection. All right. So you can beat out these software companies. Another thing is agencies have an advantage because they are more personalized. Software, you can't personalize to every single user of the software. An agency, you can. So there are advantages. You can still sell these solutions, even if a software company is going to come in and commoditize your business. You could actually charge a premium because you are customized. So there's a lot of stuff you could do. And you could also build on top of SaaS tools as well as an agency. I think the agency model is still very, very valid. And SaaS is becoming harder to compete with. Next, we have AI customer journey in churn prevention. So this is for software companies. So this would be selling to software companies. All right. So a lot of software companies, because we worked with about 3 of them right now, and we have a few onboarding soon. Customers churn without warning, right? You want to find out when they cancel, and you want to basically make them not cancel, right? So the desired situation is they get a 60-day or 30-day advance warning, like this person is at risk of churning. Let's handle it. They get proactive intervention, and they reduce their churn by 20 to 60%, because the death of all SaaS is churn. So first is data unification. So there's no one single dashboard sometimes for these software companies. Everything is split. Put everything in one place. Everything in one place, everything organized. Next is health scoring. So a lot of the pain points that people have are that they have no idea what customers are doing and what's going to happen. All right. And they also don't lower the churn rate because they don't know this first step and they don't have the data, which is why we solved it earlier. What you can basically do is pre-identify customers who may churn and then send them out automatic discounts and nudges. So if a person doesn't log into a software for 2 months, they might realize that they're being billed and they're not using it and they might churn. Well, you can say, hey, we know you haven't, you just get out ahead of it, right? Be proactive. We know you haven't used the software in 2 months. This is an AI automated message. We know you haven't used software in 2 months. Here's a discount code for the whole year. We would love to see you stay more long-term and actually get use out of our product. All right. AI can identify that and send out that message and reduce the churn. Think about how powerful that is for a software company. They will pay a lot of money. And the great thing about software companies, I know this because we work with them, they raise millions of dollars, guys, especially in the AI space. So they have massive budgets to work with this stuff. Next is the early warning system, sort of like the last one. So there's no feedback, no organization on any of this stuff. So you basically automate feedback from lost customers, and then you just get a repository of like why every single person churned. So if you have 10 people churn in a month, this is why number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are why all those people churned. We automatically collected feedback through emailing them through AI. We automatically categorize their feedback, and now we can make the product better. Finally is automated intervention. All right, so you can't manually save every single account. That's a pain point, but you could trigger emails, calls, and offers based on at-risk score. Next is just it being manual. Like if you have the at-risk score and you make it manual, you could automate the follow-up and the interventions. All right, so very similar to this one over here. SaaS companies, again, massive offer because you could productize this, and there's lots of software companies out there, especially like niche software companies that you never even thought of. There's thousands of them. All right, so that's another really, really good AI marketing solution, I should say, that you could sell in 2026. Finally, this is a really common one, the AI ad creative and a ROAS optimization. All right, AI creatives are going crazy, AI to video, AI to image, all of it is doing really well. So the current situation we're solving for people is they're spending 10K a month on ads, they're barely getting a 2x ROI or a return on ad spend. Their creative testing is bad and they just can't scale. They cannot scale ads, and ads are expensive if you can't scale them. So they're at risk of actually just not spending anything and losing their business. Well, we could take them from that situation to current situation, desired situation, which is same spend with 4x the return, unlimited creative variations, and AI optimize everything. All right, what does that mean? Well, the first step we're going to solve for them is the creative generation. Any good ad has a good creative, but creative sometimes take weeks. You have to hire someone, graphic designers, test it. We could have instant testing of creatives because we could spin one up with Nano Banana or Gemini or whatever that is. All right. Next is the design is also a bottleneck because you have to hire people. Well, design is not a bottleneck anymore because we could solve that with AI generated creatives. VEO3, pick your model. They're all really, really good, and it will actually generate really good ad copy or ad creatives, I should say. Next is smart audience targeting. What a lot of these companies do right now is they're manually doing everything and they're just guessing who wants to buy their stuff. You could use Meta Advantage and Performance Max. I believe these are softwares in the ad space. I don't run many ads myself, but I know people are selling this solution successfully. So I wanted to add it in here as the last one. You could use these platforms to actually see, and you don't have to guess, you could actually see, and you can even hire someone to do this for you, see what your customers are reacting to. Obviously, an agency or a software that is running ads, they know who their customer is, but they might not know every single thing. I'm talking about the psychographics. I'm talking about the psychology. I'm talking about everything of that person. You could use platforms like this to really look at the data and see. Next is lack of customer info. Sort of same thing here is using the ICP's knowledge base. You could create better targeted ads. So you could actually run a deep research report to get every single thing about their customers and then use that to create better ads, because ads are all about how well could you relate and know someone on a deep level, not how to make more money. It's how to solve your pain point, in-depth, emotional pain point. All right. Next is automated bidding. A lot of people do manual bidding, which is leaving money on the table. This is going to be smart bidding. So this is a pretty easy setup here, basically just reducing the cost and having AI handle more of the tasks, taking it from manual to automated. And then finally is attribution and optimization, guys. So a lot of people just don't know what's working. Again, you'd be surprised how little people track, even big companies. You could simply set up a dashboard for attribution saying Facebook ads did this happened, and you can use the AI chatbot for analysis. So how this one will look, and I really like it, is you could basically have a dashboard of all of the ads info, and then you can have a chatbot where your customer could talk to the info. So they could ask, how did our ads do yesterday? And then the info would be spit out to them. This is very valuable. Next is slow feedback loops. So you could have AI actually act on the data and create new strategies and creatives. So let's say you talk to the chatbot and it says, this is underperforming. You could prompt it to say, hey, switch this creative instantly. It'll generate it for you and it'll send it back to you and then even upload it to you, depending on the capabilities of Facebook and Meta ads and all of those things. So that is the last AI marketing solution that you could sell. Now, your next question is, how do you sell these AI marketing offers? For that, you are going to use the method you are selling. If you're selling AI ads, use AI ads to sell AI ads. If you're selling organic content services, which is what we're doing, use organic content like this video to sell people on organic content. By the way, if you want to check out our AI marketing community down below, we have all the templates, everything that has made us over $500,000 for our clients and for ourselves. Everything is down below. If you want a free AI marketing audit as well to see how you could use AI and content creation and social media to post more and work less and get better results, also check that out down below. If you like this video, make sure to check out the next one. I think AI marketing solutions are some of the just no-brainer things you could sell in the market. I know there's a lot of AI receptionists and all these local businesses. Sell AI marketing solutions. Everyone needs marketing, and the solutions are right in front of you because I just covered them. That's all I have for this video. If you like this video, check out our links in the description or check out this video next. I will see you in the next one. Have yourself a great day.